Avadula Chandni Jaipriya. I am from Vishnu Institute of Technology. Today I am here to explain about the objects, functions and differences between var, let and constant, and also about the modules in JavaScript. Now let us know about the objects in JavaScript. An object is a collection of properties where each property is a key value pair. Objects are fundamental in JavaScript and are used to represent real world entities or complex data structures. Here keys are strings or symbols and values can be any data type, for example strings, numbers, arrays, functions and other objects. Let us see how to create objects. There are multiple ways to create an object in JavaScript. First is object literal syntax. This is the simplest and most common way to create an object. Let us look into the example. Here we created an object person with three properties name, age and a method greet. This in the method refers to the current object, that is person. So this dot name gives John. We can access the property name using dot notation and call the method greet. The next method is using the new object constructor. It is less common but valid way to create objects. Let us look into an example. Here animal is a constructor function that creates objects with properties, name and species. We use the new keyword to create instances like dog and cat. This inside the constructor refers to the object being created. Here dog.name gives Buddy and cat.species gives cat. The next is using constructor functions. You can create multiple similar objects using a function. Here this dot name refers to the current name and this dot species refers to the current species. And the next is using the object dot create method. This method creates a new object using an existing object as a prototype. Here we create base object and then specific animal uses the base object to create new object. Let us see the key features of objects. The key features of objects are properties, methods, nested objects and dynamic property access. Properties. In properties, objects store data in key value pairs. And next methods. Functions stored as values in an object are called methods. And next property is nested objects. Objects can contain other objects. In this, the object company contains another object address as one of its properties. That means nested object. We can access nested object properties using dot notation. For example, company.address.city. And then dynamic property access. You can access or update properties dynamically using bracket notation. And we can conclude that objects in JavaScript are versatile and powerful, allowing you to structure and manage data efficiently. You can create objects in multiple ways and use features like methods, nested objects, and dynamic property access to build complex applications. Here we come to functions in JavaScript. Let us know what are functions and why are they important. Functions are nothing but reusable blocks of code that perform specific tasks. And the ways to declare functions are function declaration. And we can see the example. A function add is declared using the function keyword. It takes two parameters a, b and returns their sum. The function is called using add 2, 3 which outputs 5. A function is assigned to the variable multiply. This is known as the function expression. Unlike function declaration, function expressions are not hoisted. The function calculates and returns the product of a and b. Now comes to the arrow functions. Arrow functions provides a shorter syntax for writing functions. A, b implies a minus b creates a function that subtracts b from a. The result 3 is logged to the console. Next, the this keyword in different contexts. In a method, this refers to the current object. For example, person. When used in a method, this dot name accesses the name property of the person object. Calling person.greet logs hello Alice. In an arrow function, don't have their own this. They inherit from their parent scope. By understanding objects and functions, you can effectively organize, manage, and reuse code in JavaScript, making your programs more powerful and maintainable. These two concepts are the heart of writing clean, efficient, and scalable JavaScript code. Now let us look the difference between the var, let, and constant. Here, var is function scoped, let and constant is block scoped. Var is redeclared, but let and constant are not redeclared. Var and let are reassigned, but constant is not reassigned. Now let us look into the example. The variable a is function scoped, so it is accessible outside the block as it is declared with var. And the variables b and c are block scoped and only accessible inside the if block. Trying to access b or c outside the block causes a reference error. By understanding these differences, you can make better decisions about which variable type to use, leading to cleaner and more predictable code. Now let us know about the JavaScript modules. Modules allows you to organize code into separate files, making it reusable and maintainable. Here we use export and import keywords. Here in math.js file, the add function and PyConstant are exported using the export keyword. In app.js file, the import statement brings the add function and PyConstant from math.js into the app.js. Add 2,3 logs 5 and pylogs 3.14. JavaScript modules allow you to organize code into separate reusable files, which improves maintainability and scalability. ES6 modules introduced import and export to allow seamless sharing of code between files. Modules help structure large applications into smaller manageable pieces. Hence, by using modules, you can write clean, modular code, avoid naming conflicts, and promote reusability across different parts of your program. Now you learned about the objects, functions, and differences between the var, let, constant, and also modules in JavaScript. Thank you.